All right, good morning, everyone. Let's see. It is 8:53 in the morning of February 7th, 2022, and this is my pre-market strategy session. And so today, everything is moving to the top end of its range. Well, I shouldn't say everything. A lot of things are moving to the top end of its range. Well, this will be interesting to see what happens this week. Here's the 10-year. And the 10 years at the top end of its range here. And the 10-year, that implies that the 10-year ought to be coming back down here, which would be good. That would be really quite bullish for the stock market, in my opinion. But it doesn't always work that way. Here's the dollar. The dollar's at the bottom end of its range. And so it's kind of unusual, in my opinion, to see rates go up and the dollar weaken. In my experience, when rates go up, rates going up are supposed to dry up liquidity, which usually means there's more demand for dollars and you get a stronger dollar. That's kind of an old school way of thinking. So what's supposed to happen here is that and this is the opposite of the way that I learned, when I was in school, for an MBA, so in finance. So anyway, rates are at the top end of the range. The dollar's at the low end of its range. The S&P is at the top end of its range here, or really close to it. In pre-market, it ought to be a little bit higher than that. Let's see. Pre-market on the SPY right now is 449. So it usually means, usually equates to somewhere about 451, 4510 or so on the SPX. So 45, yeah, it's pretty close to the top end of its range. So, and the NASDAQ is at the top end of its range and coming back down again. Pre-market this morning, the Qs are up a bit. The Qs were up almost a full percent at one point this morning, and it looks like it's kind of pulling back now. All right, so let's see. Russell, I can't stand the small caps. Playing them one way or the other. Anyway, all right. The VIX is getting close to the bottom end of its range. The bottom end of the VIX is at 20.35, which is quite elevated, and the high end is up here at 35, roughly 35. Already went through the dollar a couple times. Here we go. Amazon is real close to the top end of its range. I have an alarm here, and if it hits the top end of the range today, I'll start looking for opportunities to short it. Tesla is kind of a little bit like above the middle of its range. Definitely having a stronger open today at 0.9% pre-market. So again, though, I'll be looking for this area up here to trigger for an entry on a short position on Tesla. This is just a trade. This isn't like a long-term thing. The high end there is at 977, so it's another $40 away. But high end to low end, it's getting the odds are getting more and more in our favor for shorting, which is basically what we ought to be doing in this market environment. All right, everybody, that's going to be. I know it's a short pre-market, but that's going to be the pre-market strategy session. I'm looking for opportunities to short Amazon. That's the one of the sort of stocks that I watch consistently. That's at the top end of its range, as well as the Qs. I'll be looking for opportunities to short the Qs and Amazon and the SPY. All right, everybody, good luck out there. Keep your wrist tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session. I am out.